Hello, what's good YouTube? Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and today I have a highly requested 4-3-3 formation guide. So what I'm going to go over today is how to pick the proper players for your formation. So in this case, the 4-3-3, we're going to look over why to use certain players over others in certain positions. So you guys see, this is a team I made yesterday that I actually was not happy with, and we're going to go over why in just a moment after I show you guys some clips. So we have a great looking team on paper. We got Nani up there. We got Torres, we got Navas, we got Xabi Alonso there right in the midfield to play as a defender and a great passer. And we come up against this guy who has a 4-3-1-2 highly pace abusing team. He's got Wellington, Lucas, and Batu over there to hit us on the counterattack. The 4-3-1-2 is very counterattacking friendly, and this is exactly what's going to happen. I lose possession, let's freeze it right there. I lose possession. Fabio Contra has a high attacking work rate, guys. And because of that, he's attacking for us, which is a good and bad thing. It's a good thing because we have another passing option up the pitch. It's a bad thing because it leaves the right wing completely open for an opponent to attack. You guys are going to see Batu has so much space in front of him, and he has Wellington up there to make an outlet pass to. So he can do two things. He can either pace down the wings, pass the ball with an LBA, and then he's going to be on a 2-on-3 with a lot of pace. So let's go ahead and play the clip and see what happens. He chooses to go ahead and pace pass, but Pepe makes a great tackle. Unfortunately, we lose the ball. I try switching over with the right stick. It doesn't switch, and this is part user error and part Fabio Contra's work rate. You guys saw that he was able to just pace right past me, play the counterattack game, and score. And this is a perfect example of why you don't want to choose a player just because of their higher rating. You want to choose a player that has the right stats and the right work rates. And I'm going to show you guys in just a moment how to do that and where to go to do that. Let's go ahead shortly and show you guys another clip here. And he's going to do pretty much the same thing, and I'm going to show you guys why it's effective to play the style this guy was. So again, I'm building up the play. You guys saw there on the bottom of the screen, Fabio Contra is pushing up for us. Now this isn't his fault. This is just it's Wellington being extremely pacey. Nothing we can do there. He got me on the counterattack again. Our defenders were a little bit out of position, but again, it's not Fabio Contra's fault. But I want to show you guys how far back he was. Let's go ahead and freeze the frame right here. And you guys are going to see, look how far back on the bottom of your screen there. He's all the way back, not anywhere near their defense. Again, this isn't his fault, but it just shows you how much you can abuse the wings if someone has a high attacking work rate. Now, there's two ways to solve this. One, you can put it on defensive and match your opponent because he's playing ultra defensive, and then your left and right backs don't really move up. And two, you can make a custom formation, but I'm not about that. I want to pick a player that I know will do the job without me having to edit anything or make my own formation or anything like that. So I showed you guys two examples of what happened in a game last night that I just said, man, this team is not going to work out for me. So let's go ahead and hop back into the squad screen and show you guys what we're going to do. So we're in a empty squad here. We have the 4-3-3 formation as our formation. And I'm just going to go over and hover over each position and show you guys what to look for. So first thing, let's go over the left back position just because that's where we had the most problem was. We had Fabio Contra, excellent left back on head-to-head season, guys. It's not a problem there, but an ultimate team, the gameplay is so much more pacey. It's so much more sped up that it's going to be an issue if people are out of position. So my favorite left back to use is Santon from the BPL, the Italian left back from Newcastle. He has a medium attacking. He has got a medium attacking work rate, medium defensive work rate. So the problem with a 4-3-3 is, in my opinion, if you want to be the most effective, is you're going to be limited to some of the players because there's actually more attacking left and right backs this year than there were last year. Richards last year from Man City, the right back, he had a medium attacking work rate. This year he has a high attacking work rate. So a lot of things have changed. There isn't that many of options, so sometimes you're kind of constrained to use the same players over and over. That's why you guys see a lot of my teams have the same players because one, I get used to them. Two, they have incredible work rates for an ultimate team. So that's an example you guys want to use there. As your center backs, anything with a medium high is fine. Low high is obviously the best, but medium high is great as well. I prefer anyone with 70 or above pace in a 4-back formation. In a 3-back, I don't mind someone with 60 and under pace in the middle of the pitch, just simply because you got the two outside center backs to help you. But in a 4-back formation, try to find someone 70 and over. I think that's generally good. 68 is probably good as well. Try to have a good defending and heading stat and have them tall. Very important so you can defend the crossing as well. That's for both your center backs. Your right back, again, the same thing as your left back. A medium work rate is perfect. If you can get medium high, that's also great. Low high, I think maybe is a little bit too defensive. It's always nice to have at least someone there in the middle of the pitch that you can also, if you want to choose to attack with him, you can pass back and move him up forward yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have control if I want to make my left back attack or not. I don't want to have the AI choose for me that I want him to bomb up the pitch. So medium's generally the best. They're kind of in the middle of the pitch so that if someone tries to counterattack for us, they can go back and they're right there. Whereas Fabio Contrao, he was all the way up attacking for us. Now, as your center mid in the middle here, he's going to act as a CDM. So pretend that you can choose like a CDM, change him to a center mid, and put him right in the middle. Xabi Alonso's good. His default is a center mid, but he's good because he's got a high defensive stat. His heading is not that great, so sometimes when people goal kick it down the pitch, you'll probably lose the header, but it's not the worst thing possible. Your midfield is just important as your defense, the work rates are. So your central mid can be like a CDM. For your left center mid here, you can use a high medium or a high low or a medium. You want to have one attacking midfielder. So if you want to take a Cam and convert him to a center mid for one of your midfield positions, that's fine. He can attack for you, join the attack. And then on your right center mid position, you can go ahead and have someone that's like a medium low, someone that can kind of sit back next to Xabi Alonso, but he's up there and a little bit forward, so you can have an outlet pass or to pass back or create an attack with a lot of passing. So that's what you want to have. I don't like having, a lot of people do this. A lot of people pick two cams, they put them around the middle, and then you have one like CDM, then you have one cam to the left, one cam to the right, and then you have it doesn't work. Work rates are very important. So that's just my opinion. For your left and right wing guys, do not pick anyone with a high work rate. It's the worst thing you can do in a 4-3-3. They are out of position all the time. It's going to be like attacking without a winger. Your center mid is going to be your winger at one point, so you don't want to do that. You want to pick someone with a high, low, high, medium attacking work rate. That's the best thing to do, is a high attacking work rate, medium defensive. High, low is the best in my opinion to have, because they're up at the pitch ready for an attack, so you can counter if you really want to. So Hazard is good, David Villa is good. Someone I wouldn't use would be Pedro from Barcelona. I would not use him. He has a high work rate. He obviously has more pace than David Villa, which is, a lot of people would pick him this year over David Villa. I personally wouldn't, but a lot of people do pick him, and I would not do that, guys. Don't pick anyone with a high work rate. Now, your striker, it's really up to you. It depends what you like. If you want to go with someone with a high-low, that'll kind of be more friendly to the counterattack. High-medium, it also works. He'll just be pushed back a little bit so you can pass through him quicker and he can hold the ball for you. I personally like high low or high medium. I wouldn't mess with high there, simply because then they'll track way too far back. Someone like Cavani, probably not a smart idea to use there. So I would not pick a high work rate as your striker. So let's go ahead now. I'm going to show you guys the team that I make shortly here. So one moment. So this is the team we went ahead and made. You guys are going to see that it's not a very expensive team. We have very good players all over the pitch. Please ignore the red formations. I already know this. They were in my club set as that position in that formation, so I did not rebuy the player. But I'm going to go ahead and go over everybody and tell you guys why I chose them. So in goal, we have DeSantis. I chose him because he's been a good goalie for me. No real reasoning other than that. You can choose whoever you want who's going to get 9 chem. That's not really important in a 4-3-3, obviously. But as our left center back here, Ogbonna, who is an absolute beast at 80 pace, 81 defending, 82 heading, and he is as cheap as 2,700 coins. An absolute beast. Don't worry about the overall rating. The reason why the overall rating drops, guys, is because he has a 47 shot, a 59 dribbling, and 62 passing. So it makes the overall rating of the player drop, but the things that matter to me are pace, defending, heading, and height. And that he has everything of. He's got 80 pace, 81 defending, 82 heading, and he's 6'2". So he's perfect for 27 coins. We'll take that any day. We're going to go ahead and move on now to our left back, a very important position in our 4-3-3 formation, as I mentioned. Santon here, one of my favorite left backs this year for the simple reason he's got a medium work rate. So he sits in the middle of the pitch. He doesn't push up. He is not too far back. He's just perfect. If I need to move him back myself, I can go ahead and manually run him back. He's got 83 pace. For passing, he's got 73, which is fine if I need to pass with him. 73 defending, 71 heading, and he's also 6'1", so a great overall left back for us. Ignore the 75 rating, guys. Never look at the overall rating. Look at stats that matter. 58 shot doesn't bother me. I don't really shoot with my left backs anyway. He goes for 800 coins. That's very cheap for an incredible left back. Now let's go ahead and go over all the way to our right back, since our center backs are already taken care of. They both have medium high work rates. Our right back here is Sanya. Again, he has a medium attacking work rate and a high defensive work rate, and the reason why I use him is that sole reason by itself. Ignore the pace. He's got 79 pace. Completely ignore that. Not a big deal. He's 5'9", not the tallest person around, but he's perfect. His positioning is perfect. He defends for us greatly. Again, don't worry about attacking with your right and left backs. We have our midfielders and our attackers to do that for us. In the middle of the pitch, you guys see he's set as a CDM as is, and he's got a medium attacking work rate and a high defensive work rate for 1,600 coins. Now, obviously, he's not set as a center mid, so he'll probably be a little bit more expensive if you guys buy him as center mid, but his stats are incredible. He goes for 1,600 coins, as I said, as a CDM. He's got 89 strength, 65 pace or 66 pace. That's not a big deal, guys. He's sitting in our middle of the pitch. Don't worry about pace. Worry about defense and heading and height. Those three things are very important. The reason why height and heading is important is because some people like bombing goal kicks, and you guys want to keep possession because Javi Garcia is going to be right there winning all the headers. He's 6'1", perfect for a center mid, 86 heading, 83 defending. His passing's great too, 75. That's not too bad at all. It'll work just right for us, and his positioning is absolutely excellent as a medium attack, high defensive work rate. Now, as I said before, I always want to choose one of my midfielders to be high, and that's going to be Marquisio. You can either do, you don't have to do high, you can do high, medium, high, low, but make sure one of your midfielders has a high attacking work rate. Just have an extra guy up there that you can pass to. Now, Marquisio isn't a cam. I bought him right like this with already a steroid card on him, and he's great. He's got a high work rate, goes for 5,500 coins, nothing to complain about. An amazing passer. Ignore that 82 pass stat. He's got 80 pace, definitely more than enough for pace, and 84 dribbling. His shot is not the best, but he definitely helps out in the attack, so he's going to be our player with a high work rate. Now, if we go all the way here to Kabay, he's going to be our next midfielder that's kind of there for us to be an extra attacker if we want him to be, but an also extra defender if we want him to be. He's got a medium work rate. He's great in the air. He's got a great passing. I guess he's not exceptional in the air. He's only 5'8", but that 70 heading definitely feels a lot better in game. So maybe I was exaggerating there a little bit, but he's definitely a great passer for us. He can definitely lead through balls right to Ben Arfa, as you guys saw right next to him. So he's a great center mid. Now, that's what I like to do. So again, let's go over everything. We have a center defensive mid in the middle, a pure center mid in the right, and here on the left you can either go with a high or you can go with a cam or whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be on the left. He can be on the right as well, but your midfield is extremely important. Next, we have our attack. Again, Giovinco here is set as a left mid. Please ignore that. I would go ahead and have him as a left wing. Otherwise, he does have a medium work rate. Now, that's not too bad for a left wing. Usually, I like that high attacking work rate, but that's okay. Medium's not so bad. He'll sit nicely in our pitch, and the attacking AI will do great for us as he's going to make runs running through. He goes for 7,600 as a left mid. I believe he goes for about the same as a left wing. Nothing to complain about. Balotelli here, you can use pretty much any striker from the BPL to fit. I just want to have Balotelli to give Javi Garcia 9 chem. You guys can see we got him for 35,500. And finally, we have Ben Arfa, another medium low. So that's good for us. A low defensive work rate for an attacker is absolutely great. It kind of acts as a high low, so it works perfect. He's got great pace. Also, you want to pick someone who has his left foot as his dominant foot, and the reason is you want to cut in and shoot with his left foot. Now, if you're a crosser and you want to cross the ball, you can go ahead with someone with a right dominant foot. And that's it, guys. That's my little formation guide of how to choose your players. Work rates do matter. If you guys, if I was confusing anywhere and you have questions, leave them in the comment section below. I can make another video to clarify everything. I don't have any gameplay footage with this team yet, but you guys will see it in action in my Staying in D1 series, so you guys are going to see how this team does. Again, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Hopefully you guys like this and you want to see more types of these videos later in the future. For example, covering the 3-5-2. I'm more than happy to make some. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. You guys all have a great one, and again, let me know your feedback. I really love it really love to hear what you guys think, so I can continue to do better at these. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. You guys all have a good one. If you guys like this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.